So I recently joined my local Toastmasters chapter. Contrary to what I've thought for an embarrassing amount of time, Toastmasters has nothing to do with crispy bread. Rather, it's about increasing your confidence in public speaking if you're at a special event and say you want to toast somebody. Anyway, I wanted to join Toastmasters to get better at talking spontaneously without a script, which will allow me to do things like stream in the future, or even just be able to make videos more easily. My first assignment as a member of this club was to give a 5 to 7 minute icebreaker speech on any topic I chose. Since the whole reason I joined was to get better at speaking for this channel, I decided to talk about black, white, gray, yellow. I figured this would also help me talk more intentionally about my channel for anyone who asks me about it in the future. As you'll see, the speech was not flawless, and I promise I was even more nervous than it looks like in this video. But I got through it. Some of the feedback I got was that I shouldn't have acknowledged my nervousness at the beginning and that it ended a little bit abruptly, but I'll let you be the judge for yourself. Without further ado, here was my very first Toastmasters speech. And good evening, everyone. As Robbie said, my name is Diana. This is my very first prepared speech for you all. I'm a brand new member. I want to start by saying that I'm very nervous and I'm already forgetting what I'm supposed to be saying. Here, right here. My whole opening was to talk about how excited I was that the theme for this week was positive change, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do with my channel. It was going to be so smooth and whatever. I have a passion project. I am a professional YouTuber. By professional, I mean I do it full time. I don't actually make any money doing it yet. I have all of 118 subscribers, last time I checked. My channel is all about communication, connection, and resilience. By communication, I mean expressing myself in such a way that the message you receive is the one that I intended. In other words, that you're picking up what I'm putting down. Today, in a world where we are rife with division, where we have so many hot button topics, where words that I try to use to communicate may have dozens, if not hundreds, of alternative meanings or connotations that may have something or nothing to do with what I'm trying to communicate. Effective communication is more important than ever. And there are skills that we can learn and practice that can help us get better at communicating effectively. One such skill is Marshall Rosenberg's nonviolent communication, developed in the 1970s and still relevant today. The idea with nonviolent communication is that if I can effectively convey what I experienced or observed, how that affected me, what I need right now and what I'm requesting of another person, I am much less likely to put that person that I may be in conflict with on the defensive. And I'm much more likely to foster empathy and a conversation or discussion for a solution that will help us come to a solution that works better for everybody. So that's nonviolent communication. That's a skill that we can practice that helps build communication. By connection, I mean not just being able to communicate with another person, but actually learning to build or foster a relationship with that person. And there are skills that we can practice and learn that help us do this more effectively. One such skill is Shelley Gable's active constructive responding. Dr. Gable did research on how people respond when someone comes to you with something good, good news or a positive experience that someone chooses to share with you. She found that there are 4 ways that people most commonly respond in that situation, and 3 of them will damage the relationship. That 4th way, though, active constructive responding is what she called it, not only avoids the pitfalls, but it actually does help foster and build a bond with that other person. So that's a skill that we can learn and practice that helps build connection with other people. And by resilience, I mean everything that allows us to face and cope with adversity, recover and learn from setbacks, adapt to change, and grow from an experience. All 4 of those things are different. All 4 of those things are required for resilience, and that definition does come from FM 7-22, if anyone is interested. So in addition to the skills that we need to connect with other people, Resilience also requires skills in self-awareness, self-regulation, mental agility, the ability to understand my own and other people's character strengths and how they can work together. And resilience requires optimism. I like talking about optimism because it is frequently misunderstood. Contrary to its reputation, I argue that optimism is not about burying your head in the sand and pretending that the bad things don't exist. I argue instead that optimism is about intentionally counterbalancing our natural human tendency for the negativity bias. That's what I'm trying to say. What I mean by that is that as humans, we're already naturally very good at noticing the bad things. We're very good at remembering the bad things. We're very good at thinking that the bad things are important or significant. And of course, we're very good at dwelling on the negative as well. Not nearly so good at those things when it comes to positive experiences. So by optimism, I mean taking the moment to intentionally choose to seek out, to notice, to remember, to find significant or important, and even to dwell on the good in addition to the negative. When we can see both the good and the bad together, regardless of whether they balance each other out, they don't have to. When we can see both, we have a more accurate picture of the world around us. And with that accuracy, we can make better decisions. Better decisions lead us to be more resilient. The name of my channel is Black, White, Gray, Yellow, and the significance of those colors is this. When we're trying to communicate with another person, particularly if there are hot button topic issues, if we're trying to connect with another person, especially if any of those issues are involved, if we're just trying to be resilient in a world like we have today that is so full of these divisive, difficult issues, it's very easy to paint a situation as black and white. I think we all understand the concept of shades of gray, the idea that sometimes the black and the white are not necessarily mutually exclusive, that each can be valid in its own way, in its own place and time. But I argue that there's a fourth case, that sometimes both the black and the white are not focusing on the right questions, and a solution that might work best for everyone might be off the gray scale entirely, say a nice bright yellow. Since that is the color of my light right now, I'm going to hand this back to our wonderful Toastmaster. I want to thank you all very much for coming tonight. I wish you all the best in communication, connection, and resilience. And if you choose to look at my channel, I hope you'll like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to my husband for filming that for me, and thank you to my local Toastmasters chapter for continuing to challenge me and for supporting me. And thanks to all of you for watching. Write me in the comments how you think the speech went. And just for your situational awareness, my next resilience video should be out next week. If you want a notification as soon as that video comes out, click the bell icon. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, you can do so for quick access to my channel. But that's all for this video. Until next time, my name is Diana, and this has been Black, White, Gray, Yellow.